Southern Illinois.
That's right. Andy Waterman, Communications Director with Illinois South Tourism, is here. I got to tell you, usually you come in and I know a little something about, the town or the event. I have never heard of Kaskaskia Cahokia Trail.
But you've heard of some of the towns along the trail.
Yes, but so is there an actual trail, or this is a road and we just call it a trail?
So it started as a trail.
It did.
Way back 11,000 BC.
What?
Stop it.
I'm not kidding you. So I took a note right here. So the Casey Trail is traced to American Indians around 11,000 BC who created the trail for economic trade and social travels as well as religious purposes.
No kidding.
Wow.
It is Illinois' first ever road, and it was also known as the King's Road, that the French colonists gave that the nickname back in the 1700s, because that's French colonial area down there.
Holy cow. So when we talk about the trail and
That's
some of these...
amazing. My mind is blown.
I know.
There you
That's
go.
nuts. It's kind of... It's Cahokia Heights is where it begins,
Mhm.
and then it ends...
In a place that we've talked about before, Kaskaskia Island.
Island.
Yes.
It used to be
So
Missouri.
no, it's always been Illinois, but remember the river changed.
Yes, and goes
So
through
it's
it.
actually west of the Mississippi River now.
Yes.
It's considered an exclave. So that's where the trail itself ends. But the road rally that we're talking about today actually will end in Prairie du Rocher.
Yeah, and this is really a cool road rally because there are some interesting stops along the way and then a big party at the end.
Yes, so it's slated for Saturday, September 25th.
So you can plan. You got time to get this on the calendar and make plans.
Registration is open now. They've actually got an early registration fee. It's $25 for a car.
And it's any make and model. It's not like you need
Doesn't
some
have to be a Jeep.
old-timey
Nope.
car.
Any
Doesn't
make
have-
or model, doesn't have to be anything like that. So $25 if you register now, $30 if you register day of, and there's going to be 12 stops along the trail that day. Registration and everything. Check-in begins at 9 a.m. and goes to 11 a.m. at the Holy Family Church in Cahokia Heights. Now, interesting thing about the Holy Family Church in Cahokia Heights is it is the oldest church west of the Allegheny Mountains and the oldest continuous Catholic parish in the United States. It was built in
Really?
1799.
Do they do tours on a regular basis?
That I'm not sure of.
That
You said
sounds...
chores.
Somebody's doing chores for sure. You got to dust the
I've been
altar
awake
and the
too
pews
long. I've
for
just
sure.
been awake too long.
So I've never done a road rally.
Mhm.
Does everybody just get in a line and you honk and you wave and it's kind of like a parade?
Exactly. So it's kind of open to where you can start it. The registration and check-in goes from 9 to 11. So when you go, you don't have to get there right at a certain time and then wait for everybody to go. You can, check in and then you can go on your way. But there are 12 stops along the way, and there are certain times where you can get to each stop. You can take pictures, go to these different places. There are, like I said, 12 different stops from the Holy Family Church to the Peterstown House in Waterloo, the Shoemaker Schoolhouse, which is now known as the Pop-Up Shop in Columbia, if you've heard of that. It's a really cool place. The James Moore Cabin in Waterloo. I mean, there's a bunch of different places. Maystown's another awesome place.
Let's talk about it a little bit. What makes Maystown such a cool little place?
So Maystown, have you been to Maystown?
I'm not.
Ken? Have you heard of Maystown?
I have.
You've heard of Maystown. So it is, as its village as its entirety is listed on the National Register of Historic Places, the entire villages. There are still 60 significant buildings there.
60? 6-0?
60 from the moment that it was built. And it is great. They have a B&B there, they have a general store there, and it really comes alive on the weekends. And really good thing is about that particular day, they're doing their Apple Butter Festival.
That's what I remembered about it. There's not a winery there, is there?
There's not.
That's what I remembered then, was the apple butter thing.
Yes.
Yep.
So good.
Oh, so you'll definitely be able to pick yourself up some apple butter that day.
Okay.
Yes.
What are some other highlights along this road rally?
So let's see. In terms of, we've talked about Columbia. So when you're in Columbia, the Shoemaker Schoolhouse there is a pop-up shop now. So what they do is different vendors and artisans and crafters can rent out that used to be a one-room schoolhouse, and now it's a pop-up shop. So you can put your wares and makes and whatever in there, and sell it out of there for, say you don't have a storefront, you could use that as your storefront for a month or 2 months or whatever.
Somebody on the Miracle Ear text line 84126 said that they just went kayaking on Lake of Egypt in southern Illinois. So cool. Looks like the bayou in Louisiana. Is that your territory?
That is not. That's actually down in Williamson County, but still a beautiful area.
Yeah. Okay, so we've got Maystown, we've got Columbia. Columbia, Illinois has some really cute, you were talking about pop-up shops,
Yep.
but they've got a lot of cute little boutiques as well.
They do, and then you've got Waterloo just south of there, and we've talked about them before, where they've got different places to shop and breweries and eateries and different
And
things
golf
like that.
I was
courses.
just going to say a great golf course down there.
And
Yeah.
Ann Breyer.
Ann
Yep,
Breyer.
yep.
Wow, what
Ann
a
Breyer is
beautiful golf course.
right. Love Ann Breyer. It's consistently voted one of the top 5 courses in the state of Illinois. So once you get south of Waterloo there, then you get to one of my favorite places. I know I shouldn't play favorites, like my 3 kids. But if you have never been to Fort Deschartres and Prairie du Rocher, you have to go.
So tell me more about this, because I've always heard about Prairie du Rocher, but I don't know that I've ever been there.
I've been there.
You have.
Beautiful. Yeah.
So
really
Prairie-
cool.
It's
Really?
in Randolph County, and it like you said, it's really cool. Small little town, but Fort Deschartres is an old French fortification that was at one point almost all washed away by floods there by the Mississippi. But one building still stands there, and it's considered to be the oldest building in the state of Illinois. It's the Powder Magazine. It was built in 1720, still stands today. So you can
See,
go
that
in
I
there.
didn't know.
There you go.
That's why we
Now
had
it's
Andy.
even cooler.
Yeah.
Yeah.
17 what?
1720. Yep.
That
And
is incredible.
you can go
I
in
was
there,
not
walk around
around
there.
to see that, regardless of what you think.
Yeah.
I was not there.
So that's another really cool place where you could just, it's huge. You could walk around and just, they've got different plaques. They often give tours. So it's another really cool place to
And
go.
Prairie du Rocher is where this road rally kind of wraps up.
Yes, and so they will have, it ends in Prairie du Rocher. The fun does not stop when it stops there in Prairie du Rocher. They're going to have family fun, kids games, attendance prizes, food specials from the local restaurants, live music at 7 p.m., and a whole heck of a lot more.
So the Kaskaskia Cahokia Trail Road Rally, is this something that's been going on for years, or is this a new event?
This is a new event. This is the first year for it. So that's why they're trying to really ramp up people to get registered, and really, it's a unique, it's a 60-mile long trail. So it's not like it's gonna, it's not a whole weekend, but it's a cool thing to do
Sure.
of a day,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And it's something that the whole family can do, because you're not in the car for 6 hours. You're kind of going maybe for 10 or 15 minutes, and then you get out and you get to see something else.
Exactly right. And the time of year that you're going is just starting to become autumn season,
Yeah,
right?
cooling off a little bit.
And so it's September 25th. The leaves are starting to change a little bit, and that's right along Bluff Road there. And if you've never traveled along Bluff Road, that is some of the best driving for fall foliage.
Oh, that's something we're definitely going to have to talk about, because
Mhm.
that's one of my favorite things, to take a Sunday drive and see the leaves changing. So what else do we need to know about the road rally? Can you just jump in anywhere, or you really have to start in Cahokia?
So you should start in Cahokia Heights. Check in and get registered. Whatever you do, if you get it registered now or day of, you need to check in there, and then they can kind of give you instructions. They'll give you a tag on your car. That way they know that you're a part of the road rally. And then you can go from there. And then one of the other places, even though it ends at Prairie du Rocher, we talked about the Kaskaskia Island.
Yeah.
So you can also go there. Stop there is at the Kaskaskia Bell State Memorial, which is the Immaculate Conception Church on Kaskaskia Island. Say that 5 times fast, Ken.
I can't say it one time fast.
Right.
We were saying that this is the hardest road rally to ever say. Kaskaskia Cahokia.
Right.
You really got to go slow.
But that's really cool, because that's what we've got. It's got the Liberty Bell of the West, which we've talked about in previous shows.
Yeah.
So it's a really cool place to go check out. Have
You can cram in a
that one?
lot
Yep.
of sightseeing in this road rally.
If you're a history buff, this is the place. This is
Sounds
the
like it,
this is the
yeah.
trail to go on
Yeah.
for sure.
fun. Now, is the trail something that if people can't make it on this specific day, are there maps and you can kind of do this trail on your own?
Absolutely, there are. So if you go to caseytrailillinois.org, you can, first of all, learn all about the trail, and then they have a brochure on there that we actually helped the Casey Trail create, and it's got everything that you need to know from history to the trail itself. They've got it broken up into 4 different pieces. So I mean, you could take a day on it, you could take 2 days on it, because like I said, there are places to stay, like bed and breakfast, other place. You can make a day of it or more than that if you'd like.
And
So
if you have an RV, you just, pull over, spend the night, and start all over.
there you go.
That's
See
what
the
I
line.
say.
That's
It's
how our mind
always,
works.
always.
Yeah, so you at least has to get the RV in there at least once every
Absolutely.
show, and
This
for good reason.
So interesting. Sit tight. Let's check in with Tim Weiland real quickly and see what traffic looks like. He's in the First Community Credit Union Traffic Center. All right, so just a reminder, Saturday, September 25th, Kaskaskia Cahokia Trail Road Rally. You don't have to have a 1974 Bronco or a 1965 Chevy. You can have whatever kind of car you want.
Yep.
You're going to start in Cahokia
Cahokia
Heights.
Heights, yep.
And then make your way to Prairie du Rocher with 12 stops along the way. Anything else we missed, Andy?
Each car is going to be given a goodie bag and a stamp card at registration. You get your stamp card, your card stamped at the designated locations, and you can be registered to win prizes there. For those who register early, which is right now, you get a free T-shirt per card and an opportunity to purchase more shirts at check-in. So,
All right. Do you have any nuggets for us today?
oh, I always leave with a nugget.
Yeah.
Oh, I thought we were talking chicken nuggets.
I wish I had some Chick-fil-A. That would be great. Yes. So let's do another sports one.
Okay.
So St. Louis Cardinals fans, obviously, in here, correct?
Absolutely.
You all know the Hall of Famer Red Shane Deans.
Yes.
He's from Germantown, Illinois.
I knew that.
Ah,
I wouldn't have known it if
Germantown,
you'd have said
Illinois.
where was Red Shane, but I remember that now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Andy, it's always good catching up with you. We love our partnership with Illinois South Tourism.
Always a pleasure.
And we'll see you next week.
Nice to
You
meet
got
you,
it.
Andy.
Nice to meet you.